World News Roundup, October 11th, 2025. YouTube script. What's up, everyone? From a powerful earthquake in the Pacific to an ancient sea monster discovery in the UK, October 11th is packed with stories you need to know about. We've got natural disasters, political showdowns, international conflicts, and even a prehistoric surprise. I'm breaking down today's top 9 world news stories, so let's dive right in. Before we jump in, if you're new here, welcome to the channel where we cut through the noise and bring you the most important stories from around the globe. And if you're a returning viewer, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, and let's get into it. Philippines earthquake. We're starting with breaking news from Southeast Asia. A massive 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of the southern Philippines early Friday morning. And folks, this is serious. The quake hit offshore, and authorities are warning about a possible tsunami in nearby areas. For context, a 7.4 is a major earthquake, strong enough to cause significant damage and trigger those dangerous ocean waves we call tsunamis. The Philippines sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, which means earthquakes aren't uncommon there. But one of this magnitude always demands attention. Emergency services are on high alert, coastal communities have been warned to move to higher ground, and we're monitoring this situation closely. Our thoughts are with everyone in the affected areas, and we'll keep you updated as more information comes in. From natural disasters in the Pacific, let's shift gears completely to something lighter. Grey's Anatomy? If you're a Grey's Anatomy fan, you might want to grab some tissues. The season 22 premiere dropped Thursday night, and let me just say, Shondaland is back to doing what it does best, breaking our hearts. Without giving away too much for those who haven't watched yet, a major character didn't make it out of the premiere alive. One surviving cast member told TV Line, and I quote, "It definitely hurt to see that."
Yeah,
I bet it did. After 22 seasons, you'd think we'd be used to the emotional trauma this show puts us through, but here we are. Grey's Anatomy has made a career out of shocking character exits, and it looks like they're not slowing down anytime soon. If you haven't watched the premiere yet, prepare yourself. That's all I'm saying. Now, from drama on TV to real-world drama in international politics. The Nobel Peace Prize announcement is happening today, and one name that's generating major buzz is former President Donald Trump. Trump has been vocal, as he tends to be, insisting that he should win the prize. But here's the thing, it's not up to him. 5 Norwegian judges on the Norwegian Nobel Committee make this decision, and Al Jazeera just published a fascinating breakdown of who these 5 people are and how they deliberate. The Nobel Peace Prize is one of the most prestigious honors in the world, awarded to individuals or organizations that have made significant contributions to peace. Past winners include Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Malala Yousafzai. Whether Trump joins that list will be revealed later today. The committee keeps their deliberations highly confidential, so we'll all find out together. What do you think? Should Trump get it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you all think about this one. Speaking of international tensions, let's talk about the Middle East. Story 4: Gaza aid worker detained. A humanitarian story out of North Carolina has friends and supporters rallying in downtown Durham. Kyle Captain, a Durham resident, has been detained by Israeli forces while attempting to bring aid into Gaza. Captain was on a humanitarian aid mission, trying to help people caught in the ongoing conflict when he was detained. His supporters held a rally calling for his immediate release, and more broadly, for an end to the Gaza conflict. This story highlights the very real dangers that aid workers face in conflict zones. These are people who voluntarily enter some of the world's most dangerous places to help civilians caught in the crossfire. They deliver food, medicine, and essential supplies to people who desperately need them. The situation in Gaza remains incredibly complex and volatile, And stories like this remind us that there are real human consequences playing out every single day. We'll continue following Kyle Kaptain's case and hope for his safe return home. From international news, let's bring it back home to U.S. politics. Story 5: Virginia Governor's Race. Things got heated in Virginia last night. Democrat Abigail Spanberger and Republican Winsome Earle-Sears faced off in their only debate of the gubernatorial race, and according to NBC News, it was bitter. Here's where it gets interesting. Much of the debate wasn't even about the two candidates on stage. The clash centered around Jay Jones and some violent texts that have come to light. The debate showed just how contentious this race has become, with both candidates going hard at each other. Virginia's governor's race is always closely watched because Virginia is often seen as a bellwether state, a place that can signal broader political trends. With only one debate scheduled, both candidates knew this was their shot to make their case directly to voters. Early voting is already underway in Virginia, so if you're a Virginia resident watching this, make sure you're registered and have a plan to vote. Staying with conflict, but moving back overseas. Story 6: Ukraine attack. Ukraine reported early Friday morning that Russia is carrying out what officials are calling a massive attack on the country's energy infrastructure. Parts of Kyiv, the capital, have been left without power. This is a continuation of the ongoing war that's been devastating Ukraine since 2022. Targeting energy infrastructure, especially as we head into winter, is particularly cruel because it means people could be left without heat, electricity, and other essential services during the coldest months of the year. Ukrainian officials have been documenting these attacks and working to restore services as quickly as possible, but it's an ongoing challenge. The international community continues to provide support, but the situation remains dire for millions of Ukrainians just trying to live their daily lives. This conflict shows no signs of ending soon, and the human toll continues to mount. It's a developing story we're keeping a close eye on. Back to U.S. politics with a significant legal development. Story 7: Troops deployment blocked. A federal judge has temporarily blocked President Trump from deploying National Guard troops in Illinois. This comes after officials in both Illinois and Oregon challenged the Trump administration's push to dispatch the National Guard in their states. According to the Washington Post, the judge issued this block for now, meaning this could be a temporary measure while the legal case plays out. The deployment of federal troops into states, especially over the objection of state officials, raises significant constitutional questions about states' rights and federal power. This is one of those stories that touches on the fundamental structure of American government. Where does federal authority end and state authority begin? The courts will ultimately decide this one, but for now, those troops won't be deploying to Illinois. It's a developing legal battle that could have implications far beyond just these two states, depending on how the courts ultimately rule. From legal battles to political controversies. California Representative Katie Porter is in damage control mode after Politico surfaced a video from 2021 showing Porter berating a staffer. Her camp has rallied allies to her defense. According to Politico, more than half a dozen groups and officials have come out supporting Porter following the video's release. Porter has built her political brand on being tough, especially when questioning executives and officials during congressional hearings, but this video raises questions about how that toughness translates behind closed doors. Workplace treatment is a serious issue, and in the era of social media and constant recording, nothing stays private forever. Videos from years ago can resurface and impact careers in real time. Porter's defenders argue the video lacks context, while critics say it reveals concerning behavior. This is still unfolding, and it'll be interesting to see how it affects her political future. All right, let's end on something completely different and honestly pretty cool. Story 9. Sword Dragon Fossil. Scientists in the UK have discovered a new species of marine reptile, and they're calling it a sword dragon. How awesome is that name? The fossil was found on the UK coast, and according to the BBC, this creature probably met a grisly end millions of years ago. But here we are in 2025 learning about it for the first time. These marine reptiles lived during the age of dinosaurs, swimming in ancient seas. The sword dragon name likely comes from distinctive features in its skeletal structure, maybe sharp, blade-like bones or projections. Scientists are still studying the fossil to learn more about how this creature lived, what it ate, and how it fits into the evolutionary tree. This is why paleontology is so cool. We're constantly discovering new species that lived millions of years ago, rewriting what we know about prehistoric life. There are still so many secrets buried in the ground just waiting to be discovered. And that's your World News Roundup for October 11th, 2025. We covered everything from earthquakes and international conflicts to political showdowns and prehistoric discoveries. It's a wild world out there, folks. What story caught your attention the most? Are you thinking about the earthquake in the Philippines, the Nobel Peace Prize decision? Or maybe you're just excited about that sword dragon? Let me know in the comments below. I read them all, and I love hearing your perspectives. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our daily news breakdowns. We're here every day bringing you the stories that matter. Thanks so much for watching. Stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. The subscribe button and suggested videos. Total runtime, approximately 8 minutes. 20 seconds.